Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani was seriously injured in what officials and close associates are calling a freak car accident in New Hampshire late Saturday night, an unexpected event that has once again thrust the once renowned figure into headlines across the nation. Giuliani, now 81 years old, has lived through decades of public service, national crises, personal controversies, and political storms. Yet this incident added another painful chapter to his already storied and turbulent life. According to his spokesperson, Giuliani was rushed to a Manchester area hospital after suffering a fractured vertebrae, alongside multiple cuts and bruises, with particular injuries to his left arm and lower leg. These injuries came as a result of his rented car being struck violently from behind, an impact that medical staff described as serious given his age and already vulnerable health. Michael Ragusa, Giuliani's longtime spokesman and the head of his security detail, confirmed on Sunday that the former mayor had been doing something characteristically in line with the image he has cultivated throughout his career, stepping in to help someone in distress just moments before the crash occurred. According to Ragusa, Giuliani had been flagged down by a woman who appeared to be a victim of domestic violence. In what many observers see as a telling reflection of his instincts, Giuliani immediately pulled over, assisted the woman, and contacted 911. He remained on the scene until police arrived, ensuring her safety before returning to his vehicle. The irony, Ragusa noted, is that the moment Giuliani got back inside his car, tragedy struck when another vehicle slammed into him from behind at high speed, setting off the chain of injuries that have now left him in the hospital under close observation. The accident and Giuliani's response to the woman before it have already sparked commentary online. Supporters pointed out that even at 81, Giuliani's instinct to protect and to act remained intact, painting him as someone who, regardless of personal flaws or controversies, cannot turn away when someone is in need. Critics, on the other hand, wondered whether the story had been embellished, given Giuliani's complicated reputation in recent years. Still, to those close to him, there was nothing unusual about what had happened. Ragusa spoke firmly when describing the mayor's condition, emphasizing that while the injuries were painful and concerning, Giuliani remained mentally strong and optimistic. The mayor is in great spirits. He's a beast. He survived 9/11. Ragusa said, invoking Giuliani's most enduring legacy, his leadership of New York City during the September 11th terrorist attacks. That single line reminded many of the resilience that defined Giuliani in 2001 when he emerged as America's mayor, a symbol of strength and stability during one of the nation's darkest moments. Doctors treating Giuliani have said that recovery from a fractured vertebrae at his age will be challenging, requiring not just medical intervention but also long-term rest, careful mobility, and physical therapy. The hospital expects him to remain under care for at least another 2 or 3 days before being discharged. Once released, Giuliani will need to wear a brace for stabilization, a reminder of both his fragility and his determination to push forward. For many, this moment illustrates the paradox that has defined Giuliani for decades. He is at once a symbol of toughness and resilience, and yet, like any man in his 80s, he is not immune to the realities of aging, vulnerability, and human frailty. Giuliani's business partner and close ally, Maria Ryan, who is also a nurse by profession, has been playing a crucial role in overseeing his care. She told reporters that further tests and stabilization procedures are ongoing, underscoring that the medical team is taking no chances given his age and history. Ryan's involvement adds a personal layer to the story, as she has long been by Giuliani's side in both professional and personal capacities, navigating the always shifting tides of his career and health. Her presence now gives both Giuliani's family and supporters reassurance that he is in steady hands. The news of the accident has reverberated widely, partly because Giuliani is not just any political figure. He is someone whose name has been etched into both American history and controversy. For many, it was impossible to hear about his accident without recalling the pivotal moments of his life. His tenure as mayor from 1994 to 2001 transformed New York City, with aggressive policing tactics that sharply reduced crime, but also drew criticism for racial profiling and heavy-handed law enforcement. He went from being seen as a polarizing figure in local politics to being almost universally admired following his calm and decisive leadership during 9/11. His image as America's mayor was cemented when he walked the dust-filled streets of Lower Manhattan, reassuring a grieving city and projecting strength when fear and chaos were everywhere. That image, heroic and indelible, still lingers even as his reputation has weathered storms in the years since. In recent years, Giuliani's life has been far more tumultuous. His role as Donald Trump's personal attorney during and after the 2016 election, his involvement in efforts to overturn the 2020 election results, his controversial press conferences, including the now infamous one at Four Seasons Total, landscaping in Philadelphia, and the ongoing legal battles he faces have all dramatically reshaped his public identity. Once a figure admired across party lines, Giuliani has become deeply polarizing, often depicted as a loyalist to Trump, willing to go to extraordinary lengths in pursuit of political objectives. His name has been tied to multiple lawsuits, disbarment, proceedings, and accusations of misconduct. Yet, despite the controversies, Giuliani has maintained a core of loyal supporters who continue to see him as a fighter, someone who doesn't back down even when the odds are stacked against him. The car accident, then, lands at a strange intersection of Giuliani's life story. To some, it serves as a reminder of the fragility of a man who once seemed larger than life. To others, the detail that he stopped to help a domestic violence victim highlights the side of Giuliani that first earned him admiration, the one that steps in when others might look away. The fact that he was injured not in pursuit of politics, not in the middle of a scandal, but while helping someone in need, struck many as a symbolic return to the qualities that once made him beloved, as Giuliani remains in the hospital surrounded by doctors, nurses, and close associates. Conversations about his legacy have reignited. Supporters emphasize his resilience, often comparing his current struggle to his survival and leadership during 9/11. His spokesman's comment, "He's a beast. He survived 9/11," resonated across social media, with many echoing that no car accident could keep Giuliani down. At the same time, detractors pointed out that the political battles he currently faces, including lawsuits and financial troubles, may weigh more heavily on his future than any physical injury. Yet, for now, those debates remain secondary to the immediate concern of his health and recovery. For Giuliani himself, this accident may serve as another test of endurance in a life already filled with trials. His physical pain is real, his road to recovery uncertain. But if history is any indication, he is unlikely to yield easily. Just as he walked through the ash and debris of ground zero, just as he weathered political storms that would have broken others, Giuliani now faces a personal battle of healing, one that requires not defiance but patience. Not political rhetoric, but medical care and quiet determination, for a man who has built his image around toughness, resilience, and fighting spirit. This moment may be less about public image and more about survival, reflection, and the human reality of growing older.